They put their blood, sweat, tears, money into that country, and now they're being ruined. Proud nations must be allowed to protect their communities and prevent their societies from being overwhelmed by people they have never seen before, with different customs, religions, with different everything, where migrants have violated laws, lodged false asylum claims, or claimed refugee status for illegitimate reasons. They should, in many cases, be immediately sent home.
President Donald Trump spoke profoundly and passionately at the General Assembly. As a guardian of Western Europe, he was telling them that those countries were going to hell because of illegal and uncontrollable migrants coming into those countries. Well, he was portraying the asylum seekers as criminals, as he always does. He was trying to portray those asylum seekers as largely fictitious claimants, and they were all troublemakers, and they were trying to implement Sharia law. He even called the elected mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, a terrible man. Why? Why is he doing that? He has already hardened his border along southern countries in America. So why is he bent on his back to vilify the migrants? What is there for him or for the US? He cleverly forgot to mention that we migrants bring our expertise as well to the Western world. And we have, contributed immensely to the growth of Western Europe. We are hardworking people. Most of us come empty-handed and rebuild our lives. Most of our children get good education and become great contributors to national economy of these countries. And we were given citizenships of the Western countries, not just being merciful to us, but we were given because law allowed us to get those citizenships. And many of us remain guard against any kind of criminal activities being committed by our fellow migrants, or if there is any plan to destroy the culture of our host countries, we usually remain alert about us. Yes, there are black sheep among us, but there are also black sheep in every community. We are not lazy. We work hard. We contribute more to the economy of these Western countries, compared to the population that we share with the mainstream natives of these countries. So why are we being vilified? What is the main reason? I think the main reason is elsewhere. I believe that US is becoming more and more alienated from the rest of the world. The Western world now leaning towards China, and China has brought Arabian countries closer to them. Why? Because China and Russia and even India are now farther and farther away from the US. And Arabian countries do not trust US like they used to, especially since the bombing of Doha by Israel. With these stupid taxation systems, US economy is already in trouble. US has lost Canada because Canada doesn't trust US anymore. And since United Kingdom, France, and other Western countries have decided to stand by Palestine when US is not ready to recognize Palestinian state yet, then US finds itself more alienated from the rest of the world. So what is there to do now? fear mongering. Hey, you trust them instead of us? Trust them who like Palestinians? Trust them who like China? You trust them who are close to Russia? You trust them who are close to, India? Don't do that. That's the message. Remain close to us. It's a sign of desperation by the US president because US has become more and more isolated than ever before. It's a sign of desperation, nothing else. Because it's not Sharia only that he is fear-mongering. Yes, he is saying that we have to consider, genuine people who are in desperate situations, but he is also suggesting that those countries who are sort of sovereign should be taking care of their own borders. But, we haven't seen examples of that much by US administrations in the past. When many countries were bombed, regimes were changed, right? So if you meddle in other countries, troubles will never stop. Western Europe has become smarter. They know where the economy lies. It lies in China and other Arabian countries now, in Asia now. Muslim countries cannot be alienated anymore. It's a time for all countries of the world, including United States, to work together, to remain friends, and to accept the reality that it is not going to dominate the world like it used to be dominating, So now what can be done? The only thing US can do is change its rhetoric. It's not going to work if it acts like the global boss anymore. No, it's not going to work anymore. The world has changed, Mr. Trump. The world has changed. I haven't heard anything from you about the fascist Tommy Robinson March. You have forgotten to mention that Tommy Robinson and his followers are mostly unemployed, unskilled, and they all mostly cry foul.